When Kim Go-eun arrived at Cannes this year, no one expected what would happen next. The prestigious film festival had already seen its share of star power, glamour, and cinematic history, but nothing quite like what unfolded when the Korean actress stepped onto the croisette. Within hours, her name was dominating search rankings across multiple countries. Headlines filled entertainment portals and social media feeds read one thing: what Kim Go-eun did at Cannes. It wasn't just another red carpet appearance. It was a defining career moment that transcended fashion, performance, and celebrity. Kim Go-eun was attending Cannes for the international premiere of her latest project, a psychological drama that had already generated strong anticipation within film circles for its daring narrative and complex emotional themes. But what drew immediate global attention wasn't the film itself. It was what happened outside the theater, in a series of moments that demonstrated Kim Go-eun's rare authenticity and composure amidst one of the world's most scrutinized stages. The day began quietly. Early reports placed her in the lobby of the Hotel Burrier Le Majestic, meeting with her production team and international press representatives. Witnesses described her demeanor as calm and focused, avoiding unnecessary media exposure before her scheduled public appearance. What few knew was that she had made an unexpected personal decision that morning, to walk the Cannes red carpet not just as a celebrity, but as a representative of the Korean film industry's evolving identity, one grounded in artistry, not spectacle. When she finally appeared on the red carpet, the scene changed instantly. Her gown, a custom creation from a collaboration between Korean designer Yoon Ji-won and an Italian couture house, became the subject of immediate analysis. Unlike many others on the carpet, her choice reflected simplicity over excess. A floor-length ivory gown, made from recycled silk, symbolized sustainability and cultural subtlety. There were no oversized jewels, no extravagant train, just a clean architectural design that caught the light in understated patterns. Fashion critics would later call it one of the most intelligent sartorial statements of the festival. However, what truly made headlines wasn't the dress itself. As Kim Go-eun approached the photo area, a sudden incident interrupted the flow of arrivals. One of the festival's staff members, in an attempt to adjust a barricade separating photographers from the walkway, tripped and fell. While most guests would have walked past, Kim Go-eun reacted immediately. Without hesitation, she paused, turned, and helped the woman up, steadying her before continuing her walk. Cameras captured the scene in perfect clarity, the brief but sincere interaction that instantly set her apart. The image spread across news outlets within minutes. The Guardian, Le Figaro, and Variety all featured the moment, calling it the most human scene on the Cannes red carpet. Social media users amplified the clip, praising her composure and lack of pretense. What was intended as a small act of courtesy became a global conversation about humility and authenticity in an industry often dominated by surface-level spectacle. But Kim Go-eun's night didn't end there. During the film's post-screening Q&A, journalists asked about her experience filming such an emotionally demanding role. Instead of the usual promotional responses, she spoke directly about the broader cultural weight of the story. She addressed the challenge of portraying moral ambiguity in modern cinema, particularly in a film that explores ethical limits and human empathy. Her articulate, thoughtful responses impressed even seasoned reporters. Her ability to switch from soft-spoken modesty to intellectual clarity in front of an international audience reinforced her reputation as one of Korea's most grounded and intelligent actors. That same night, she made another unexpected move that would dominate online discussion. At the official Cannes After event, held at a private terrace overlooking the Mediterranean, Kim Go-eun declined interviews and instead spent time speaking with emerging filmmakers from various countries. Witnesses noted that she initiated conversations about independent Korean cinema, asking detailed questions about production barriers and artistic expression. Several of those filmmakers later posted about the encounter on social media, expressing surprise that a major global actress had shown genuine interest in their work without cameras present. Her actions reflected a consistent pattern, prioritizing substance over spectacle, connection over publicity. Within 24 hours, the story of what Kim Go-eun did at Cannes had evolved from a viral red carpet clip into a larger narrative about authenticity and influence. Korean news outlets like Dispatch, Sports News, and Yonhap began publishing deeper analyses, connecting her Kim behavior to her established image as a thoughtful, socially conscious artist. Industry observers drew parallels between Kim Go-eun's Cannes appearance and her career trajectory. From her breakout role in Amuse to critically acclaimed performances in Guardian, The Lonely and Great God and Little Women, she has consistently balanced mainstream success with artistic credibility. Her Cannes presence served as a visual extension of that duality. She was glamorous yet grounded, sophisticated yet sincere, a balance that few achieve in global entertainment. The festival's fashion commentators, meanwhile, dissected her choice of attire with fascination. The gown's sustainable construction was no coincidence. Sources later confirmed that Kim Go-eun had personally requested the use of ethically sourced materials. The designer revealed in an interview with Vogue Korea that the actress specifically asked for the gown to be light enough to walk freely, so it would feel real, not staged. This attention to authenticity extended to her entire appearance. Her makeup emphasized her natural features, her hairstyle, a soft low bun, avoided unnecessary artifice. By the time she left the festival, international outlets were calling her one of the breakout figures of Cannes 2025, not because of controversy or viral gimmicks, but because of restraint and integrity. The French publication Le Monde summarized it succinctly. In a week of cinematic excess, Kim Go-eun's quiet dignity became the festival's loudest statement. Still, the headlines didn't stop with fashion or behavior. The film she was representing received a standing ovation lasting more than 8 minutes, one of the longest of the evening. Observers noticed that during the applause, Kim Go-eun didn't position herself at the center of the cast group. Instead, she stepped aside, allowing the director and co-stars to take the spotlight. That single gesture further fueled discussion about her character and leadership within ensemble projects. Back in Seoul, her agency released a brief statement acknowledging the overwhelming attention her Cannes appearance had received. They thanked fans and the press for their support, but made no attempt to sensationalize the events. The simplicity of the statement only reinforced her growing reputation as someone who lets actions speak louder than publicity. The momentum continued as international brands began reaching out within days. Representatives from 2 European luxury houses reportedly initiated talks for ambassador roles, while one American brand expressed interest in featuring her in a global campaign focused on authentic beauty. Industry analysts interpreted this as a direct result of her Cannes conduct, a rare case where humility and control generated more impact than excess promotion ever could. Cannes also became a turning point in her image within the Korean entertainment landscape. Critics who had previously categorized her as an introspective, understated performer now began referring to her as a figure of global presence. She had crossed an invisible threshold, from respected actress to cultural ambassador. Her actions at Cannes, subtle as they were, positioned her as an international representative of modern Korean identity, confident, principled, and globally fluent. Behind the scenes, film executives reportedly took notice. Multiple directors expressed renewed interest in working with her on upcoming international co-productions. Her ability to navigate high-pressure global events with grace and intelligence demonstrated a professionalism that few actors maintain under such scrutiny. For an industry that increasingly values cross-cultural diplomacy, Kim Go-eun became an ideal face for global collaboration. Even weeks after the festival, discussions continued. Think pieces explored why her Cannes presence resonated so strongly. Some argued it represented a shift in how global audiences perceive authenticity. Others suggested it reflected a cultural desire for sincerity amid celebrity performance fatigue. In both interpretations, Kim Go-eun emerged as a case study in quiet influence, the power of genuine behavior amplified by global visibility. By the time she returned to Korea, the ripple effects were measurable. Her social media following had surged by millions. International streaming platforms reported renewed interest in her past work. Major talk shows requested interviews, though she reportedly declined most, maintaining her pattern of controlled exposure. Her Kim appearance became symbolic, not just of personal success, but of how modern stardom can evolve beyond superficiality. She demonstrated that authenticity, intelligence, and composure could command as much attention as spectacle and scandal. In doing so, she redefined the modern template for Korean global celebrities. As analysts later summarized, what Kim Go-eun did at Cannes wasn't one thing, it was everything. She dressed with purpose, acted with awareness, and spoke with intention. She turned the world's most glamorous stage into a moment of grounded humanity. She proved that influence in the entertainment world isn't measured by noise or excess, but by control, awareness, and consistency. Today, when people look back at Cannes 2025, they won't only remember the films or the fashion. They'll remember Kim Go-eun. Not for scandal, not for extravagance, but for presence. A quiet, deliberate, unforgettable presence that turned one night into a global moment. And that's what made headlines overnight.